Okay, I am here at my endocrinologist office waiting to go back and see him, so I will let you guys know what the verdict is on my hemoglobin A1C. Hey guys, it's Jennifer. I'm coming back to you with an update and to let y'all know I had my endocrinologist appointment today, and a few things I think that are extremely important that I want you guys to know. I preface this by saying you should always do your own research. And I mean extensive research. I'm not just talking about Googling something once or something. I mean, contact companies, find out about your doctors, do your research. As you all, if you've been with me for any amount of time or seen some of my past videos, know I absolutely cannot stand my endocrinologist that I have. I cannot stand him. He's not good. I know other people who see him who think he's great, but at the same time, as I've talked to him and I end up talking to him like in the waiting room and things like that, they either don't have major issues or they end up not having like really major issues. Now he works with other doctors in there, and he makes me second guess even their judgment or their care too, but I am well within my rights to say why I don't like him and my experience with him. And he is not the only endocrinologist I've had, but I can't stand him, and he's the only one that I can use right now for insurance purposes. And like I've said before, he uses me for money, and I use him for my prescriptions. Anything that my blood sugar going good has nothing to do with him and everything to do with me and my research and trying to better myself. Frustrated. I was so angry that I was in tears. And of course, what does that do? That starts this cancery nose, just my face is swollen. I come home, put my hair up. I mean, I'm just actually caused me to have a panic attack. And if you followed me long enough to know, I have those. I have anxiety and panic attacks. They're okay, but sometimes when you've had no matter how controlled it is, if you have a lot of stress, like with the surgeries and everything, mine, my husband's, and just some other things that are going on that I choose not to discuss. And then going to see him, I mean, I'm always anticipating just from him. But I was excited to go. I wanted to see. It's been 6 months since my last appointment with him. That's the first time since I've seen him that I've been able to go that long. And I wanted to see what my hemoglobin A1C was. Now, I preface that again to say that I noticed, and if you go to, and I'll try to put it up here somewhere, the video where when I had my surgery, that I said they messed with my pump, that I felt like they messed with my pump. Well, going to him today confirmed that, and I'll explain why. And I may do this in 2 or 3 separate videos so that the videos won't be so long. But I see him go. Well, I go in first of all, and I have to, because I'm a pump patient, I have to see him in the mornings on Thursdays. That's the only days that he sees anybody who has a pump. Well, I am always early. I'm never late, ever. And the day started out kind of crappy because my alarm didn't go off, but let's just say I still managed to get ready, and I was still early. Okay? So, and I'm sitting there, and then I'm sitting there, and an hour goes by, and I'm still sitting there, and finally they call me back, that just aggravates the hell out of me, but it is what it is. So I go back there, talk to the nurse. She does the weighing, and all that kind of stuff. And since my surgery, I've lost 4 pounds, although I don't feel like it. I feel bloated and stuff. I'm still not feeling 100%, but anyway. So, and then she does the blood, and I sit and wait. And in my office, they have the machines in there, so it took about 3 minutes, and I'm sitting there waiting. I'll insert here. Crap. Well, it's not horrible, but it's definitely not what it was. So, I should have known with everything going on, surgeries and stuff, but it's not horrible, just not 6.9. So, oh well. I will live to see another day. See what he says. The machine counting down, things like that. And I knew that this last week was going to affect the hemoglobin A1C. That's the way life goes. You're, like I said before, I think in another video, that your blood sugars can be great, and right before your appointment, you can have an episode of some kind, and it can screw up your hemoglobin A1C. It's not an accurate A1C. It's basically the last week is what has done it. But it counts down. You'll see, or I'll show you in here, and it comes up 7.4, which is not horrible. Considering what I have been in the past, and I was not concerned. I looked back at my Dexcom too, and I could see. So I knew that this last week had messed up my hemoglobin A1C. So I wasn't, and I knew that the other stuff from my tandem pump and all that would reflect that, so they would know that that's not the accurate, true, picture of what all's going on. So I come in, and as I've said before, he knows nothing about the pumps. He can't tell me, he doesn't do anything individualized at all. Nothing. He didn't even know what my readings are on my pump, even though I've told him, and he comes in, he goes, "Oh, well, I see your last hemoglobin A1C was 7.4. I said, "No, it wasn't." "Yes, it was." I go, "No, it wasn't." And he go, and I'm nice until he's not nice to me, okay? I would like everybody to know that. I hate confrontation. I hate it with a fiery passion. It hurts my feelings, even if it's justified on my part to be confrontational or whatever, but I don't like it. I just don't like it. It upsets me. And, but he was lying. He was wrong. And I said, "No, it wasn't. It was 6.9. No, it wasn't. It was 7.4. No, we went back and forth like this, 2 adult people. And then finally, the young nurse that's in there taking notes goes, "No, it was 6.9 last time." "Oh, well," I said, "Yeah, it's 7.4 right over there. You can look over it. So right now it is." I said, "But," and then I went in and told him I had surgery, and, it was real curt. "What kind of surgery have you had?" And da-da-da-da-da, and all this kind of stuff. And I'm just like, whatever, Jesus fix it. I'm not gonna do it. Not today. Not because of him, and he doesn't deserve it. Just for me and my state of mind. But anyway, that was going okay until all of a sudden he asked me a question, and I'm talking to him, and in the middle of it, some woman whom I have never seen shit from Shinola. I do not know her shit from Shinola. Do you hear me? Don't know her. Have never seen her before in my life. Walks in the room, and it's like, "Oh, I'm sorry to interrupt." And I was like, "Who is she?" He never says, but he said, "Oh, this is your expertise." So I realized she's the pump educator. God love a pump educator. If you're a pump educator out there, I don't have any words. I don't know why they have someone who's never used a pump before, and then you get people who have pumps who think they're, they know everything, and they don't. But this person does not have a pump. She is a tandem T-Slim representative. And she comes in and I say, well, I have my pump. I keep it on in sleep mode all the time. You haven't? I said, yeah, I do. I do keep it on all the time. Well, right here it's showing you hadn't. And that took me aback because I was like, why is it showing that I haven't?